Hey guys, it's Toon Gamer here, and this is it. So it's PES 2017, the full game. What I'm going to show in the first ever episode is basically a brand new Master League, and just walk through what the new features are. Now, this isn't going to be my official Master League that I'm going to be continuing throughout the rest of the year, I suppose, because I've only installed some of the patches so far. Which I've got from PES World, and they've done a fantastic job. I'll show you some of the football strips and so forth later on. What we'll do is we'll start a new game and we'll walk through it. I'm going to actually start as Newcastle United, which is my favourite team. I'll skip the video. So, going to play on, maybe just start on top player for now. That's fine. Not going to have classic players on. So here we go. This will be for the actual manager. I'm not going to change this too much. I will put my name as, there we go, Toon Gamer. Just leave his appearance for now. You can edit it. Now this is a bit which is the big decision. So you can start with the club team lineup, which is exactly the real team as they are. So if you start as Newcastle, you'll have the full squad as normal. And you've got the Master League original lineup, which is the generic players, and it doesn't really matter which team you start as, you get the same players. That is the way to go, to be honest. So I'm going to start with that. Gives a lot bigger challenge. As you can see, I haven't got the competition emblems yet. I'm pretty sure PES World are going to release them shortly. But as you can see, the actual team emblems are in and the names are changed. Of course, I need to be in the Championship. Keep forgetting Newcastle. Not used to that still. And here we go. Like I say, I've just downloaded the patches. The first lot of patches include the Premier League, the Championship. Obviously they're both English leagues. You've got the Spanish League and the Italian League. And the Italian League is only 2 teams that aren't licensed. That's quite small. I'm pretty sure PES World are going to be doing the Bundesliga. Now we are going to skip this video because once you start a Master League, you'll see it for yourself. Right, so let's have a quick look. So first of all, your forward time, which literally, as it sounds, just goes to the next day or next week or next match, however you want to put it. I'm going to quickly change the settings to only when there's progress for the transfers. So team management. So first of all, game plan. This is the lineup. I have already saved the lineup, so I'm going to load a formation, sorry. So this is the formation I like to play. I like to play 4 at the back. I like to play the side backs quite wide. I have a defensive midfielder dropping back. 2 centre or attack midfielders here, that can change depending on the game. And a front 3. Now you can either have you really need a strong centre forward. You can either play 2 second strikers, or you can play them as wingers as well if you move them a little bit. Now if you're not sure, you can move them by pressing and holding X, and you can move them around. So if I put it there, I'll have the option as a right wing forward, but I'm going to leave that and put them down here. Obviously we'll have a look at some of the standard players shortly as well. So that's the formation, so we'll leave it at that. Now negotiations, this is a little bit different this year. So we've got a transfer budget and a salary budget, so you're going to have to keep those both in line, as you can see at the top. My team is players that you can either negotiate contracts with your own players, or if you get offers from other teams, they'll be in here. So as you can see, I'm pretty sure every time you start a Master League, you'll have at least one of your players will have an offer. So this guy's 28, he's rated 55, he's just awful basically. So we will adjust the terms and we'll increase the transfer fee, if I can say that. This hasn't changed at all really. You can't choose the exact amount, you've just got to go in, press increase the transfer fee, pick a player to trade, it will tell you the percentage of the likely outcome, and you click OK. So that pretty much will go through. And like I say, we'll quickly go back. You can offer new contracts. If you press R1 once, you can see the salary, how long they've got left. So this guy expires in about a year's time. And you can see a lot of these players are declining. Now must be quite young because he's increasing. Other clubs, this is where you will have negotiations with other clubs for their players. So there's none at the moment. We'll have a look at that in a second. Scouting, there is 3 scouts this year. So on this one, I normally go for, no position in particular, area, anywhere, things to focus on, still developing. Always go for players that are still developing, basically. Consider the budget, which means they'll look for players that you can afford. So we'll put it at that for now. I may go for another one, which is exactly the same, but reject the budget. I'll keep it at those 2 for now. Youth team, as it sounds, just the youngsters. We'll have a look. So Nalanda, I'm pretty much going to sign him straight away. So press sign. Yes, we want to sign him. How about Altman? Left midfield? No, I think we'll... I think we'll leave it at that for now. So we'll just sign one to see what it looks like. List of players, you can add players to a list and they'll be in here. Advanced search, you can pretty much set any criteria. I normally go for youngsters, so no one older than 25. I'll probably start a bit lower, say 22. Search for that. So this is the teams, the players that are 22 and under. There are about 4,500. So, as you can see, this bar here is the chance of signing. So this one has got 0. So these are 0 chance. Sani and Gabriel, 1 bar. I doubt would ever even sign them, even if I had the money. You could put a bid in 10 times and you make it accepted once, if that. So we're quite far down. You're probably looking at players that are. I'll tell you what. We'll change the overall rating to, say, I don't know, a maximum of 72 for now. So you've got a couple. You might have a half chance of signing. What about this guy? But you need to take time to look at these and make the right decisions. The other good thing is if we press square, clear them. If you look for special search and say loan listed, it might be a good chance to get some loanees in that you can't afford to buy, and also the free agents. So if we have a look at the free agents, wow, really? He's a free agent? Well, we're not going to be able to sign him, surely. And I'm pretty sure his salary, is his salary on here? No, it doesn't show a salary, but pretty much could have no chance at signing them. See if there's any. Maybe have a chance at signing a few of these, to be honest. So I might have a go at them. I tell you what we'll do is we'll just put in a cheeky bid for someone. How about not someone too old. Diallo. Andros Townsend, who actually plays for Newcastle. Yeah, so why don't we put a cheeky bid in for him on here? Well, because he's a free agent, you can't do it. But I'll put that in. You can have 4 bids at once. So, and we'll put this on again. Just put it like that. And I'll just go for one quite far down. So let's have a look at a random player. if you see 5, it's only because he's actually on your team. So we'll have a look at, I need someone that isn't a free agent. These are all free agents. Right, let's just go for him. So, you can see if someone's on a team, you can start transfer negotiations. You can go for a 1-year loan or a 6-month loan. So we will start transfer negotiations and see what happens. And you can see the negotiations now because there's a few ongoing. Now, an interesting one here is training. So all your players are here. You can set how you train them. Balanced is probably the best way to go if you're not sure what to do. But if you go in, you can choose, depending on their role, you know, offensive goalkeeper. So someone like Neuer, you can imagine. You can see on the green bars what stats are being raised, which is, I think, very useful compared to last year. Probably go as a defensive goalkeeper, to be honest. We don't really want an offensive goalkeeper at the moment. And you imagine here Argas, who's probably a bit of a playmaker. Yeah, so let's go playmaker. So it increases those specific stats. So you can see what he's poor at. Maybe if you want to improve them to have an all-round player, or if he's very good at certain stats, then improve on those so he gets even better in those stats. You know, say if he's very good at shooting, improve those. His all-round game won't be as good, but he might end up with a fantastic shot. So if that's what you want to go for, you know, fantastic. So creative playmaker, leave that as. I'm not going to do all of these now, obviously. But also the other thing is skill training. So players have to have a certain requirement, as you can see on the 4th one down on the right there. So a lot of these, my players are so bad they won't have the available requirements. But if you look in here, Scotch move, qualified players Argas because he's got dribbling of 75 or higher and ball control of 80 or higher. The training period is 30 days in that one, but it does differentiate. So you've got 45 for heading, 60 days for long range drive, and you can only train one player at once. So when you progress on, you've got to think about which players you want to progress at which time. So heading, we're going to select Yankov to improve his heading. So there we go, that's done. Edit squad number as it is, leave that as it is. My team info, you can see the schedule, same as last year, it just shows you the fixtures coming up. Team role list, this will tell you, there's a lot of new team roles, which I'm not going to cover all in this episode, but players can acquire certain team roles which will improve the team or finances in some way. So as you can see on the far right, E. Canning, who is one of my players, has a level 3 protege. Let's have a look. Rani has a role as a team player, improves team spirit. Arkas is a rising star, plays in line for the role. There's a few up and coming that haven't quite got it yet. So yeah, and so on and so on. So you can have a look through those as you see fit. And then obviously we've got the squad list, which just has all the players, and you can put them in order of ranking, for example. So you can see the best players are Argas at 75, and the lowest is the Goida at 57. Club performance, well, we're not going to see too much in that, but it's just info on all the competitions you're in, goals, wins, losses, etc. Player status, basically if players are injured, if they're suspended, if they're out on loan, transfer listed, and things like that. Account balance, you can see there, it's just got lots of different costs, etc. Ins, outs, etc. Manager's offices, so you've got managerial career stats and things like that, but we'll probably pick that up more once we're a good sort of halfway through the season, or maybe even after a full season. Database, you've got all the competition info, team info itself, which you can look at any other teams. You also got transfer market news, and I don't really look at this to be honest, but in and outs for different clubs. And rankings, this is where you can see clubs rankings. So I am 352 out of how many? It's probably about 400 or so. 416. So right near the bottom, and then top, I'm assuming it's going to be Barcelona. It is. So you've got Barca, Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, Juventus, Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, and Roma are the top 10. Quite surprised of Roma being 10th there. And you can also look at the national team rankings, so that's for the actual national teams, and how the leagues rank in terms of the, I suppose, the European structure. So Premier League are top there. And that is basically it. What we'll do is we'll just have a look at a match there, and we'll have a look at the strips. So as you can see, so you've got that Brentford home strip's pretty nice. The away strip, not so much. You've got the Newcastle home strip with traditional black and white with the god-awful Wonga logo plastered all over it. The away strip, which I'm not that keen on, the black and orange. And the third strip, which is probably prefer that than the second strip, to be honest. Now, some of the teams will only have 2 strips, which is the lowest. Some will have 3. I'm guessing some may even have more in the future, like 4. I doubt you can have more than that. I'm pretty sure Glennoff Peswill is a Newcastle fan, as far as I remember as well. So that's probably why Newcastle have got 3. I'm guessing most of the Championship teams will just have 2. Some of the bigger Premier League clubs will probably have 3, and the bigger European clubs. So that is it pretty much for now, in terms of what we're going to look at today. Obviously, if there's any further information that you want to know, please let me know. And if you can, comment, subscribe and like, that would be much appreciated. Any sort of feedback I will read and take that into account. So I'll probably start the Master League properly once I have the Bundesliga edit in the game as well, which I'm not sure when PES World are planning to release that, hopefully shortly, but I know it must take a long time to do all this for the strips. The Bundesliga in particular is going to be difficult because they're pretty much going to have to edit the whole league. They're going to have to add all the teams, all the players, the strips, everything, which is going to be, I can't even imagine how long that will take. Yeah, so I hope you did enjoy. Join me next time. This has been the Toon Gamer. Have a good one.